Hey, how's it going guys? I'm Paradoxic, and we are back with more reactions for Marvel's What If, and this is the 4th episode of Season 1. Last time, we had all of the all of the Avengers being murdered one by one by Hank Pym, aka in this universe, in this iteration of reality, the Yellow Jacket. He did not become Ant-Man, he became the Yellow... well, he could have been Ant-Man before, but then because of personal tragedies, such as losing both Hope and Janet to Shield, he became the Yellow Jacket instead, out of spite and vengeance and hatred and everything. So yeah, he held a personal grudge against Shield after they had recruited his wife and daughter and then gotten them killed on different missions, and then he tried to do he tried to do the world, do the Avengers a favor of taking them out individually too. So I think, we lost Thor, we lost Hawkeye, we lost Iron Man, Hulk and Black Widow. All of them got picked off, and then Captain America was the only one that like he hadn't actually been thought out yet, so he was yet to be uncovered and yet to be kind of added into the initiative. So he was the only one that left, and then Fury survived and stuff. So we had that whole thing. And then Loki came to Earth after Thor died, so then he was seeking vengeance with the rest of the Asgardians and the Asgardian army and everything. So him, and I think it was cool seeing Fury and Loki working together too to actually kind of take down Hank Pym, and actually Loki using his tricks to deceive Pym into seeing multiple Furies and doing all sorts of cool jump shots and kung fu tricks and everything, or just like fighting techniques, not specifically kung fu, but it was cool seeing them working together. And then by the end of the episode, Loki had actually united all the nations of Earth under his own rule, with the same speech from the first Avengers movie in Germany. So fun stuff there, very very fun stuff there. But yeah, but then when we saw the ending, like all the Avengers had died, and then the only two kind of candidates he knew of that he wanted were Captain America, who he had yet to thaw out, and then he actually still had the pager for Captain Marvel, so he did call Captain Marvel down. So I think that those two are the only other kind of Avengers level heroes that he now has under his employ. So he has to find out how to thaw out Captain America and then have him team up with Captain Marvel, and then that will be that. So yeah, and in this universe, Coulson is still alive too. Coulson is still alive. So yeah, drastically changes the outcome and the birth of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I guess that's not really kind of, we're not really meant to think that far ahead just yet. So yeah, but we had Clark Gregg back as Phil Coulson. He was phenomenal, as was Lake Bell as Natasha Romanoff too. They didn't have Scarlett returning because she was already done with the movies by the time this was coming out, so they hired Lake Bell instead to voice her lines for Black Widow, and she was amazing. So that was fun. So yeah, I think I'm not really sure what this next one is, but going on to equally wacky and equally kind of possibly dark and crazy kind of stories and different kind of mock-ups of other what-ifs and other alterations of famous MCU stories. So yeah, this one should be fun too. But that is all I have from the last one. It was a great one. It was a really, really enjoyable one. Despite Natasha dying, it was still something cool to get into. So looking forward to seeing what this one has. But yeah, that was episode 3, so on to the reaction for episode 4, and as you guys will know by now, this will just be the fair use version of the reaction, so just the highlights and the best bits of the episode. But if you guys want to catch the full-length version, then that one will be over on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. But yeah, on to What If, Season 1, Episode 4. Let's go. Oh, is he on a date? Is he on a date with Christine? Christine?
Pulled it out of the...
So him and Christine on a date. Oh god, are they both gonna... is she gonna die in this then? Is it what if Christine died instead? Oh.
You performed a radical hemispherectomy.
Eyes on the road, Stephen.
Well,
Eyes on the fucking road.
I would call that.
Eyes on the road. Use your peripheral vision to talk to her.
I would say the same about you.
Oh great, a lorry. You're behind a giant lorry. Oh god. God, there's some quick driving reflexes. Oh god, no, oh. Oh. They were both in the car, so what are they? Oh, and now they're in the water. Oh, they're in the water. Oh no.
Oh no,
Is she...
no, Christine.
Is she okay? Did she... She didn't die, did she? No, Did they really kill Christine?
In this universe, Stephen Strange didn't
Oh,
lose his
Christine.
hand, but his heart.
Oh, he lost his heart. Yeah,
Grief-stricken,
Christine.
Strange sought answers across the world.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
The man of science became the sorcerer supreme.
Easily one of the best scenes in all the MCU.
I've come to
easily.
bargain.
He's come to bargain many fucking times.
Then I'm gonna have to take it back.
I'd like to see you try.
Oh, is he gonna turn back time? Is he gonna try and save her or something?
I'm going to start the kettle. I suggest you join me before you do something reckless.
Yeah, Wong is always aware. He's got like a radar for Steven's mischief. Is he really gonna do it? Is he really gonna use the time stone to try and bring Christine back? Because I don't think we've seen him resurrecting anyone before. Well, no, that's not true. He resurrected Wong in the first movie. Yeah, he resurrected Wong in the first one. He's gonna resurrect Christine. Okay, make sure you stay behind the lorry this time. No matter how slow it is, just stay behind the lorry. Stay behind the... Well, no.
You're by my side.
Maybe stay behind the lorry. Maybe stay behind it, yeah.
No, but there's a first time for everything.
Well, this is shaping up to be a night to remember.
Oh, they still die? Are you serious? Oh my god. Is he gonna have to keep doing this? Is he gonna have to keep doing this? Is he really gonna have to keep resurrecting her? Just finding new ways to...
No, not again. No!
We've seen this happen before, haven't we? We've seen this happen before, where where people keep doing the same thing over and over again, and then time as a whole just gets fucked up.
Evening.
Why even go? Just eat in. Just eat it. Cancel your attendance at this event, whatever the fuck it is. Just eat in. Order in for once.
Isn't the bridge that way?
Taking a different route.
Oh, different route.
It's okay, we'll be
Or
fine.
route. Different route. Oh, for God's sake, I'm so done with this. Jeez. Driving is clearly not a safe day to drive or night.
Stay in. We'll order pizza.
Stay
creme
in.
brulee.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
just...
I am not getting grease on this dress, okay? We'll
In
go,
my pajamas.
dance. I promise you we will have a good time.
You really won't. Oh god. Is she gonna die here too?
No.
Is Christine even allowed to live? Is she allowed to live? She has to be, right? It's what happens in the movies. She lives in the movies. Just don't pick her up. Just nothing bad can happen if you don't pick her up, right? Nothing bad could happen if you don't pick her up.
Casualties, including the death of one
Oh, the apartment blew up.
Palmer and emergency trauma.
So all of a sudden it's some kind of iteration where she's just not allowed to live.
Do you want to talk?
Please, for the love of God, keep your eyes on the road, Christine, please.
I only want
And
you.
eyes on the rearview mirror too, eyes on the rearview. Eyes on the rearview. She's destined to die. She's literally destined to die on this night.
Are you having car trouble?
Not funny,
Why
Ancient
are
One,
you-
not funny.
To help you?
Help me bring her back.
I'm sorry, but I can't. No one can. Her death is an absolute point. in
Oh, it's a
time.
fixed point. Is this Doctor Who now? Is this really Doctor Who now? We dealing with fixed points?
You would never have defeated Dormammu and become the Sorcerer Supreme and the Guardian of the Eye of Agamotto. Please, do not do this, or I will be forced to stop you.
Oh, Doctor Strange versus the Ancient
You have
One.
to find me first.
Find him? Oh. Oh. Where'd he go? Where is he? Is this Wakanda? Is this This can't be Wakanda, can it? Would they have magic books?
Hello?
I mean, they have advanced science. Would they have magic books? Would they even need magic?
You have to be the strangest dressed sorcerer I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's Armani. I've come here for Sorcerer Cagliostro. Please tell me you're not Cagliostro.
The name's Obang, librarian
Obang.
for the books of Cagliostro.
Ah.
Come, this way. Sorcerer Armani.
No, it's
So
strange.
sorry, Armani.
Not any stranger than any other name in this world.
First Dr. Mister, now Sorcerer Armani. Whoa, that's Hive. He's okay. You don't want to summon Hyde. You do not want to summon Hyde.
My name is Dr. Stephen Strange.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Let's start small.
He's gonna take ancient being's power and guard a gnome, an evil garden gnome. Oh, is he gonna absorb it? He's gonna absorb it. Oh, he's absorbing their power.
Nice cape,
A fucking cockroach.
but I draw the line of bugs.
So he's taking the cape. Oh, he gets a dark cape now, an evil cape. Yeah. So is this how he becomes like Dark Strange or something? Like we saw like a evil Strange in the trailer. Is this how he becomes Dark Strange? Is that Mephisto? Is he Mephisto now?
I doubt he'd listen.
Yeah, he's not much of a listener.
Hello?
Oh, he senses the Watcher, huh?
Who's there?
This is definitely another way to become the Sorcerer Supreme. Oh, the original, yeah. Now he's gonna fight Hyde. Now he's gonna face Hyde.
And goodbye.
Oh. Oh, that's a great shot. That's a really great shot. It's like leeches going into him.
You use magic to remain frozen for centuries.
Oh.
I chose to live.
So he was
But I
down
can
there for
reverse
years
it.
then.
You
Yeah,
will
down there
live
for centuries.
longer, forever.
Hush. You're only half a man. Living half alive.
Yeah, there's another one of you out there
It
that
was
actually...
true.
Yeah.
He wasn't alone.
I suggest you join me before you do something reckless.
Wait, so is there another version that didn't do any of this? Another version that didn't use the time stone?
You're right.
Ah.
Living in the past for one evening.
Ah, there's another version that never actually tried to resurrect her, just moved on, just accepted what was. And he has the classic... Oh boy, this is unideal. Yo, people are literally melting away.
I drew upon the power of the dark dimension to split the timeline.
Ah,
split
she
you.
split the
Looking for the
timeline.
lost library. Enough living in the past for one evening.
One who went
Allowing
forward.
for two of your possible timelines. Our time is running out. I fear the only sorcerer strong enough to stop Doctor Strange is you, Doctor Strange.
Strange versus strange.
Okay.
Good luck. Good luck facing your evil self. Careful he doesn't suck your power too. He loves absorbing powers.
This is our need to fix everything. It's what drove us to study the mystic arts in the first place.
And look where we are.
Deranged.
Benedict is doing a great job, by the way. I have to point that out. He is
No,
doing a great
your
job voicing these
marbles
two.
are long gone.
Strange
The
Supreme.
world,
Damn, that's a
however,
good
still
name.
stands
That's a good
a
name.
chance. You can't save her. You need to let go. I've gone too far to turn back now.
He's come too far for anything else. So, oh yeah, transmutation. He can mutate into different creatures. Oh, oh yes. Yes, do the Star Wars thingy. Oh god. Oh, no, the spells. Oh, the cape's fighting as well. The cape's even fighting. The capes are fighting too. Oh, he tore the cape. Oh. Oh. I love how they've managed to maintain Doctor Strange-esque visuals even for animation. They actually maintain that aesthetic. Yeah.
I love you.
Reality, Steven.
I wish that was true, but you're not her.
Oh, he tried to trick him. He tried to trick Strange. Oh. Oh. Is he punching the protection out of him? Punching the spells out of him? Oh, he's punching the protection spells out of him. Oh, just that one spell, the Vishanti.
Do this.
Oh, good god. Oh, and he even absorbed Strange. He won. Strange Supreme One. Goodbye, reality. Does she really live? Oh, as an ethereal, blue, glowy person. Oh. We could easily get a version of Strange that just becomes Mephisto, couldn't we? Oh.
I can fix this.
Oh no. Oh, she's gonna fall off the edge. She's gonna fall off the edge. Reality's breaking down. Oh. Oh, it's like it's crunching. Reality's crunching.
Fix this.
The
The
Watcher.
same way you fixed Christine. I'm not a god, and neither are you.
Then punish me, not the world, not Christine.
Honestly, if I could fix this, if I could punish you instead, I would. But I can't interfere.
I didn't mean for this to happen.
So reality just crunches in on itself. It just collapses in on itself. Oh god. So are they trapped in their own little bubble now?
Oh no.
What did you do?
No matter what he does, good or bad, he ends up losing Christine. Oh, poor soul. That is a really depressing little bubble. That is a super depressing little bubble.
One life, one choice, one moment can destroy the entire universe.
Damn. Damn, that is a depressing episode. That is the most, easily the most depressing episode we've had. Or at least I think pretty much the first I mean, yeah, well, I mean, the last one was pretty kind of depressing on its own too, but with this one, it's just amping up that depression even more. Yeah, damn, that was bleak. That was a bleak episode. Easily the most kind of emotional and the most kind of depressing episode we've had. I'm trying to avoid using the word depressing too much, but still, it was a really bleak and emotional, and not an episode with a happy ending. It's really not an episode with a happy ending. Like the episodes we have so far have either had fun endings or heartwarming endings. I like the T'Challa one, but this one, no one's happy. No one really lives. No one really gets a happy ending. But damn, a lot of stuff happened. So yeah. So this one was Doctor Strange. I think this one might have been maybe what if Doctor Strange didn't lose his hands, or he lost his heart instead. And I think that is in this case it's metaphorical. In this case it's very much metaphorical. So yeah, with this one, Christine goes along with him. Because I think in the movie, not only does she live, but she also never actually got in the car with him in the first place. So I think, that one, I think she never went with him to begin with to whatever this thing was. But yeah, so then she lived. And yeah, Christine, I think in the movie, she was easily his heart, his more humanizing kind of the humanizing factor in his life, the one always trying to ground him, trying to moralize him, and trying to humanize him, and actually trying to teach him the value of his failures and the value of setbacks and all these different things. And he's kind of been shown to be basically almost like a Tony Stark, but with magic instead, or always looking to fix something, always looking to make something, always looking to make something of himself and that kind of thing. So she was easily the one who actually similar with Pepper to Tony. Christine was easily the one who not only worked with him but also actually tried to personify or try to humanize him and make him more of a person. So if he loses that, then and also the fact that even without any romantic kind of aspect to it, because I think in that one there were some kind of romantic-ish kind of vibes to them, but I think from the way I remember watching it, nothing too explicit or too on point or anything. So most of it was literally just Christine being the only one nearly even close to capable enough of actually putting up with Steven's shit and actually putting up with his ego and putting up with everything else, and until finally at one point she did actually walk away, but then he came back into her life with some urgency, and then she took it upon herself to help him. So yeah, Christine was easily the one who was his heart. So yeah, and I think he's like the first like bleak aspect of this was Christine dying again and again and again and again. I think when he first used it, I thought, okay, so maybe the fact that he changes it at all is, you know, what the issue is. Like clearly that must be what the issue is. Like him going back and changing him. Like my mum must be the issue. But then it's like, you know, oh, she dies no matter what he does. If they go to the dance and make it, if they take it, if they make it to the dance, she dies of like a heart attack or something. If they're like no matter what route they take, they always get hit by a car, and then even if she drives, then they still get hit by a car, and then, you know, I think if they like, I think I don't know if they actually tried. I think they might have tried. I think they might have tried like an eat-in option. I think they went to. I think they actually went to a store. Like they actually went to a restaurant, but then a mugger came in and pulled out a gun, and then he didn't show up at all. And then her house, her apartment blew up and stuff, and she burned. And just no matter what he does or doesn't do, she dies. And then the Ancient One comes along like in the final kind of trial and in the final attempt and says she dies because she's meant to die. Like her death, like in this iteration in this version, Christine's death is an actual fixed point in time. Doctor Who style, which is a fixed point in time. So it's an absolute point in time. Can't be reversed. Can't be changed. She has to die in order for him to become the Sorcerer Supreme, and to become the Sorcerer Supreme and save the world and save the universe from Dormammu too. So she has to die in order for all of that stuff to happen. So then he just can't live with that. He really can't live with that. And it's like, I figured him doing it, because I think in some stories I've seen, like where time travel is a thing, sometimes people keep going back and trying to change it. Like sometimes they do the same thing, but then something gets in the way, or sometimes they try and do a different thing, and then something else gets in the way. But each time they go back, it's like, you know, like the more they try, like usually it's like the more they try, the more the timeline gets corrupt, because the timeline's kind of being hit with all these changes, and eventually it breaks and everything. It breaks, but with this one, it's like, you know, like he keeps trying, but then the timeline is pretty stubborn and it's still pretty kind of incessant and says, no, this has to happen, so stop trying to change things. And then he finally does, and then reality itself gets torn apart. So yeah, this one fought off against the Ancient One and then got sent, I think, just elsewhere in time and space, and he found the library of Cagliostro, and then he found the librarian, Obeng, and he found all these different books. And I think like the library of Cagliostro is like the lost books of advanced and also possibly kind of restricted magic too, because I think maybe somewhat more, I don't know, maybe somewhat more restricted than the book he used for the Time Stone, but still like just like super advanced magic, the advanced magic that actually allows him to bend the rules of reality in a way that they're not meant to bend. So I think he could do like transmutation, teleportation, and then I think there was another one, and then finally time manipulation. So he's not meant, those books are for daring wizards who dare mess with the actual fabric of reality itself. So like, it's really not something he's meant to do. So understandably, it's kind of, you know, lost within the library of Cagliostro. And I think from the outside, it looked like it could be in Wakanda, but I guess Wakanda already has enough of its own kind of science and its own kind of advanced science to be magic, so it doesn't really need any actual magic or any actual sorcerers. I mean, it would be so cool to have a Wakandan sorcerer. It'd be so cool to have like an actual Wakandan sorcerer within Wakanda doing their own thing. Because sorcerers can be. I mean, I think sorcerers kind of usually congregate around the actual sanctum, but I think sorcerers themselves can still be anywhere. So I think maybe they can even have like a sanctum. If there's a Wakanda sorcerer, maybe they can even have a sanctum built within Wakanda as well. Maybe open up that way and actually incorporate magic into Wakanda. That would be fun. But I think I from the outside I thought the library was in Wakanda, but no, it is a nice remote place where Obeng guards it and is the librarian and everything. So Strange found the books on time manipulation. He did the thing, and then I think honestly, like looking back, that whole fight scene thing, like him initially summoning Hive and then failing to defeat him, and then actually being told, oh, you might want to face some other stuff first, and then come back. It honestly reminds me of like when you fight a boss in a video game, but then you're too low of a level and the boss is too high of a level, so then you go back, you back out of the boss fight and you go on. You level up by defeating other minions and other mini bosses, and you eventually upgrade your gear and everything, and then you go back to that one final fight that you just can't seem to beat, and then finally you overpower them. Like it reminds me exactly of that kind of context. Actually, actually taking on other creatures and actually absorbing their power first, and then going back to the old friend, going back to Hive and actually absorbing his power. So yeah, Strange actually learns to absorb the powers of various interdimensional creatures. Like, at one point he looked like Mephisto. At one point he actually went red and demonic, and he actually looked like Mephisto. So I was wondering, is that how we're gonna? Is that Marvel's way of just like quenching the thirst of various fans and actually just kind of shutting down the rumor mill once and for all? Is that is this our first Mephisto? We have like a Strange that transforms into Mephisto somehow, but no, that was temporary. So I think maybe through transmutation he actually temporarily kind of absorbs their appearance too before actually absorbing them into his body. So yeah, he absorbed all of them, and then he got their powers and all their kind of various bodily ligaments and their bodily kind of features and everything, and then he finally went back to defeat Hive and absorbed it and stuff. So that was fun. And then I think through one of the actual creatures he got like a cape too. I think he was off like a cockroach. He actually stole the cape off the cockroach and then tossed the cockroach back into its own dimension, but he stole the cape. So I think the cape itself had like a different. It actually had like a pattern on it too. I think the other cape he has is actually I think red on the outside, and then it has like another kind of lining on the inside. So yeah, with this one, so I think I was wondering like is the cape gonna do anything to him now? Because I mean the cape even before didn't really provide anything besides from levitation and protection. It still protected him and levitate, but I think it didn't really provide. I can't really remember. I think I don't recall it providing any other kind of actual sentient support. I think at times it tried to guide him in the right way and actually told him what to pick up and do that kind of stuff. But besides from that, I can't really kind of remember it telling him, "Oh, don't be evil, be good, make good choices, be a hero," or anything like that. So I think I was wondering, like with this one, is it going to be that different too? Is it going to actually taunt him or tempt him to go towards even more kind of forbidden books of knowledge and unlock even more forbidden powers or something? So no, but I think it still looked cool. It looked like a good indicator of like a darker Stephen Strange that we were getting. So that was fun. And yeah, this one became the Strange Supreme. I think the subtitles at some point was actually said Strange Supreme when he was talking to the. I think that's also like the more kind of indicated kind of difference too. Like the Sorcerer Supreme is the one who abides by the rules, enforces those rules, and actually works to protect the universe no matter what, and puts their own kind of personal kind of tragedies and feelings aside for the sake of the greater good. But Strange Supreme, as he is so self-dubbed, as he's so eloquently self-dubbed, he puts his own feelings above everything else. He wants Christine back, and he will be damned if he doesn't get Christine back. So he's willing to put that above the fate and the health of reality itself. So he became the best version of himself he could be. He became the most supreme, most powerful kind of version of Stephen Strange that he could be. So that was cool. And I love even in this one, Wong is still kind of like maintained to be done and kind of dusted with Steven's shit as well. Like seeing Steven turning the time stone over in his hand. He's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go turn the kettle on before you do something reckless again and get us all killed. So feel free to join me, before you do said reckless shit, and then we might all just live to see another day. So like Wong in the Spider-Man trailer, and just almost everything we've seen him in, he's just done with Strange's crap, and he just wants to get on with his life as a sorcerer and everything. So yeah, Wong was cool. Wong was very cool. And then I think the Ancient One had some cool pop-ins. The Ancient One had some cool pop-ins from here and there. And then I think her final most impactful one was actually telling it was like there being a Strange that actually didn't do anything. He didn't actually use the time stone to actually resurrect Christine in any way at all. He didn't actually use it at all. He just kind of he actually went along with Wong's idea and said, okay, you know what, time to stop living in the past, time to move on. What's happened has happened. I can honor her memory and all that kind of jazz. So then his idea was to move on and just keep being the Sorcerer Supreme. So then I think because of that, I think the Ancient One later revealed that she actually did split Stephen into two different versions of himself. One that actually did turn over the time stone and leave it at that, and then one who actually went forward and actually tried to, use it to resurrect Christine, and then that led that version to the point at the scene of the car crash where the Ancient One confronted him, and he decided to go back in time and go to the library of Cagliostro. Cagliostro even. So then that way we get two different strangers. That way we get two different strangers. One who's actually just filled with unlimited power and the power of multiple various interdimensional creatures, and then another one who actually tries to fight to preserve the greater good and to preserve the universe and everything. So yeah. And then I think the visuals behind the fight scene were insane. I think the Doctor Strange-esque like magical visuals in this episode were on point and on par with the ones in the movie. I felt and like it definitely matched the vibe and aesthetic that the actual Doctor Strange magic gives, with alternate dimensions and the magic and the colors and all the different kind of like all the different waves of magic he can unleash and all the different spells he can do and everything. So that was really cool, and seeing the strangers kind of fighting each other was really, really fun too. And seeing like I think it was a surprising ending, but I think the more I think about it now, it kind of also makes sense too. Like the way that ending went down, because because I think it's also a point that Obeng made that actually kind of matches up with the two. Like he's never like a man who goes this far to achieve something is never doing it for glory or for himself. He's doing it for something else or for someone else. So he knew that he was doing it for someone he lost and stuff. So like I think because of that, I think that kind of matches up to just like how much kind of Strange Supreme overpowered Doctor Strange too. Like he was actively fighting for Christine. He was fighting to actually take some of another version of him's power to actually be able to resurrect Christine. So he was fighting even harder, and then Strange himself was actually fighting for the greater good. But then things didn't really go the way he wanted. So I think like those visuals of even of him unleashing various creatures' powers and using that to overpower Strange is just really, really kind of like a really well executed sequence and a really, really well kind of designed and graded kind of sequence too. So it was really fun. It was really, really fun to watch that. And then even the ending of watching I think even the ending was so ominous too. The ending was so ominous of like actually after Strange dies and after he actually absorbs Strange's powers in his body too, he actually manages to use the Time Stone and resurrects Christine. But then after that, he's done it. He's reversed and changed and altered an absolute point in time. He's reversed it. So because of that, he there is no going back from that either. There's no actually there's no way for reality to continue once an absolute point has actually been changed. So because of that, reality itself starts crumbling, and I think the scary thing is reality actually kind of closing in too, like not even reality exploding or tearing apart or whatever, but actually crunching in on itself. And like it's actually succumbing to like one teeny tiny bubble that barely two people can actually fit into. So that kind of imagery, like that kind of shot, that kind of imagery, that kind of like visual of the universe actually like collapsing down to one kind of two-person sized bubble was just like, I've had nightmares about that. I've had literal nightmares where I've had nightmares where like I'm out in space and I'm wondering, like, for some reason I can breathe, and then I don't know why, like the fact that I can somehow breathe in space in my dreams is terrifying to me. But then I'm out in space, I'm standing next to the Earth, and the sun is right over there, and the moon. I'm like, wondering, like, okay, am I gonna die? Am I gonna get absorbed by the sun? Am I gonna suffocate? Am I gonna accidentally destroy the Earth by walking into it or something? Or like I've had legitimate like nightmares, and like, or like just very, very kind of like anxiety inducing dreams because of this. And I think and especially I think I do remember like quite a few dreams I've had where either the world kind of collapses and I'm the only one kind of left in this little kind of inverted I think like an inverted globe bubble, or maybe like I'm out in space and then the universe starts kind of collapsing, or like stars kind of start coming in. So I've had very not nice dreams about that exact kind of visual. So I think that one actually hits like a little harder for home for me. That actually hits it like a little closer to home for me. So yeah, but seeing that one just playing out, and then seeing Supreme Strange being the last one left, like even having reversed like an absolute point too, Christine can't live because she's not meant to. So I think even if you reverse an absolute point, the only thing that will happen is the consequences of reality breaking down, of collapsing and becoming that finite and everything, and then the thing you want is still gone forever, so then you just suffer the consequences on your own. But I think also, like, I think the first thing we've had is a character in one of these what ifs actively interacting with the Watcher too. I think it makes sense. It makes so much more sense that it would be Doctor Strange more than anyone else to actually interact with the Watcher for the first time and actually be like, and I think especially like with there being hints earlier on throughout the episode too, like you would actually sense the Watcher watching him from the distance and watching him from afar and actually knowing something else was present and everything. So that kind of communication then finally actually makes more sense, and he's begging for the Watcher to save him and for the Watcher to fix all this, and then the Watcher's just like, I could, and then even if I could and even if I did, I'd probably punish you first and then do it, but he can't. He is sworn and obliged to only spectate, never to interfere. He's a spectator, not an interferer or like an intervener. So he is, and I think he even made a point before that saying that the cost of saving this reality was not worth the price of actually saving other realities that were actually more dire and in more need. And I think I'm hoping when we see those ones soon, so we know exactly what the stakes are. But I think with this one, I think this one feels like it could actually connect into Doctor Strange more, because I think people have been saying right, that in the Doctor Strange trailer, for one thing, we might get like a bad version of Doctor Strange, but I think people have, I think the the most common theory topping that off is that the shot in the trailer where we see Strange on the train and he's throwing Spidey off of trains and everything, like that Strange might not even be our Strange. It might be like an evil Strange for another universe, and that might be an actual train fight sequence that Peter has with Doctor Strange instead. So I think I'm wondering if maybe this kind of if this what if might actually connect into Multiverse of Madness somewhere, or might connect into maybe if this Strange is brought into No Way Home as an evil Strange, but then he's carried on into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness and everything. So this one, I think this one feels a lot more connected to Multiverse of Madness and anything else. I think the other ones feel more like glimpses we might see in live action, but then with this one, this one being like a Strange who is so personally and so kind of tragically affected and altered by events of his own making, it feels more like an actual version of himself that live action Strange might actually have to face off against or might have to meet in some way. So this one feels a lot more connected. Yeah, and I think again, even the ending just being like a closing zoom out shot of Strange trapped in his own bubble, like a bubble of a kind of destroyed reality of his own making, of his own creation, and he's lost and he's alone, and he still doesn't get Christine back, but he's instead left to deal with the consequences of his own very, very powerful actions and everything. So that is just it's just, I think, the ultimate lesson in consequences too, but also just like a very bleak ending for an already kind of increasingly bleak episode too. So they didn't really kind of bother to hold back with what this episode would actually have to put Strange through, or what kind of story he would have to endure, or what kind of fatalities he would have to endure. So it works a lot in that sense, and I think seeing Strange like this too, like seeing another version of Strange driven by the same stubbornness he always had, but it's amplified by his desire to save someone he lost too. I think he's doing very, very bad things for understandable reasons. So actually fighting to save someone he loves, but then also being told that the death of that loved one is also like an absolute point, so he can't fix it. But then he's determined to be the almighty of reality itself. So then he actually takes the laws of reality into his own hands, and he finds out that he can't have everything. He literally cannot have everything, because no matter how powerful he be, I think that's also like a good lesson for him to learn too. No matter how powerful he becomes, reality itself will always be more powerful, but then as a result, it will also be more fragile. So the harder he fights to defy reality, then he will lose everything. He will lose literally, he lost Wong, he lost the Sanctum, he lost Christine, he lost everything. He lost the entire universe. He lost everything. So now everyone is dead because of him. So that is like an equally great lesson in humility compared to the one he learned in the first movie. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, besides from actually thinking about about just how much this might get brought back into, or how much this might connect into Multiverse of Madness, I've not really got a lot left to say. It was again very bleak episode. very emotional and very sweet, and I think all the voice actors did a great job too. Having Rachel McAdams and Tilda Swinton and Benedict Wong back really knocked it out of the park, and then Benedict Cumberbatch too. He really aced it, doing two different versions of Strange, and actually two different kind of mentalities and two different kinds of like lived experiences going on too. Like Supreme Strange having spent centuries doing his thing before watching Obeng die as well, and even that didn't change his mind. Like he is intent on things going his way and actually finding a way to fix things that he thinks are broken. So Benedict Cumberbatch really aced this one. So everyone involved, just as per usual, just bringing all these kind of great actors back to just kind of nail their roles and everything. So it was really, I want to say fun, but it was it really. I mean, it was fun in certain kind of visual aspects, but overall, still like a pretty bleak and pretty kind of hard hitting kind of episode. Which I guess in that sense it was great. In that sense, it was really well executed and really well done. So props to them for that. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I think I've not really got any other thoughts regarding this. But if you guys have, then absolutely feel free to comment them down below. Let me know what you thought of this episode and how you feel about two different versions of Strange and what Strange did or didn't do with the Time Stone, and how you feel about this stuff going forward, if you think it's going to connect into Multiverse of Madness and how, and what you think you're going to see and what you want to see from this in Multiverse of Madness. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That is all I've got from this one. So that was What If Season 1, Episode 4. So thank you guys as always so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is coming up next time on Marvel's What If. Once again, the full-length reaction will be available on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. So yeah, that is it. I will see you guys next time.